2032, a commemoration of Rwanda's liberation. Kwibora is not only a celebration of liberation, it is a reminder of the sacrifice, unity, and resilience, and the continued journey of rebuilding our beloved Rwanda. Today we remember the men and women who gave everything to restore dignity, security, and hope to Rwanda. We also celebrate the Rwanda of today, united, forward-looking, and committed to peace, development, and partnerships. We will now begin the official program with the national anthems of the Republic of Rwanda and the Czech Republic. Please.
Initially formed as the Rwanda Patriotic Army, this force played a pivotal role in the country's liberation struggle from 1990 onwards. Its mission extended beyond overthrowing oppressive leadership to include rebuilding the nation from its ruins. October 1st, 1990 marked the beginning of a 4-year liberation struggle as RPA soldiers took up arms against the repressive regime in Rwanda at the time. The early days of the invasion were marked by tragedy. Major General Fred Wijema, the RPA's commander-in-chief, was killed on the second day. Leadership fell to Major Paul Kagame, who revitalized the movement despite many formidable challenges. Our military will be the bedrock of the transformation that will take place in our country. Quote by Paul Kagame in 1993, Mkaranja.
Nachotaka kuwajulisha ni kwamba kila mmoja ajue wazi kwamba jeshi letu hii ndiye msingi wa chama. Msingi unaelewa?
As the RPA fought to liberate Rwanda, the repressive government led by Habyarimana escalated its campaign of ethnic violence, culminating in the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi. The international community, despite numerous warnings, fails to intervene, leaving the RPF and RPA to bear the burden of stopping the genocide and dismantling Habyarimana's genocidal regime. The RPF's victory on July 4th, 1994, marked Liberation Day, an end to the genocide and the beginning of Rwanda's rebirth. The new government faced monumental tasks: rebuilding a nation from the ruins of genocide, ensuring security, and reconciling the nation. The integration of thousands of former combatants from the ex-FAR into the new national army was a cornerstone of national reconciliation and stability. Efforts to reintegrate ex-combatants and promote national unity included psychological support, vocational training, and community reintegration programs. RDF transformation journey was also characterized by the development of schools, including basic military training national, that transformed selected civilians into highly skilled RDF soldiers, and trained soldiers for advanced infantry missions and special operations. Guerrilla Combat Training Center has grown to be a professional training center for NCOs and provides career courses to RDF personnel. Rwanda Military Academy trains and educates cadets in the values of military profession and academic excellence in order to meet operational requirements. It now offers degrees to cadets in general medicine, nursing, social and military sciences, law, mechanical engineering, and a variety of sciences. RDF Command and Staff College develops senior officers with the highest intellectual and professional standard in command and control of the defense forces. Qualifying graduates are awarded the PSC symbol. A master's degree in security studies is also given to eligible students. Rwanda Peace Academy provides internationally recognized professional training courses and educational programs informed by applied research to equip military, police, and civilian personnel, predominantly from East African region, with the relevant knowledge, competences, and skills to effectively participate in peace support operations and peace-building initiatives. Professionalism and equality are the cornerstone of the RDF's ethos. Through rigorous training programs and a commitment to gender empowerment, RDF prepares its personnel for diverse challenges while ensuring community development. Beyond the battlefield, the force has been instrumental in uplifting the socio-economic status of the nation, from constructing homes for genocide survivors and vulnerable communities to developing sustainable agriculture. In 2002, a pivotal transformation occurred. The RPA was renamed the Rwanda Defense Force, marking a new era. Today, the RDF consists of the Rwanda Army, Rwanda Air Force, Military Health Service, and Reserve Force. Since 2004, Rwanda's dedication to participating in peacekeeping mission is rooted not in its wealth, but in its tragic history. The Rwanda Defense Force has demonstrated a steadfast commitment to international military corporations through collaborative military training programs and active involvement in peacekeeping missions. They have deployed close to 77,000 peacekeeping personnel to countries in the region. Emerging from the horrors of the genocide, the RDF has not only safeguarded Rwanda's sovereignty, but also extended the steadfast hand of support to its neighbors and beyond.
Rwanda, your presence in Jamaica represents not only practical assistance, but it represents solidarity, and it represents hope, and it represents the relationship between Jamaica and the continent of Africa.
The current standing of Baradev does not exist by default. It has been built over many years through dedicated service, discipline, and professionalism. This is what has earned the trust of our citizens, partners, and those alongside whom our forces operate.
If this celebration was 2 weeks ago, I think we would be under different temperatures. So I thank God that it's happened now. Otherwise it would be probably totally different circumstances, and I don't think we would have enjoyed the afternoon together. We'd probably be running out of the heat. The chief guest, government of the Czech Republic, the director for Sub-Saharan Africa, Mr. Prashil, Excellencies, ambassadors, members of the diplomatic corps, fellow Rwandans, friends, ladies and gentlemen. It is our distinct honor and pleasure to welcome you to the Orea Hotel as we commemorate the 32nd anniversary of Rwanda's liberation, marked on the 4th of July each year. On this day, Rwandans and their friends across the world are celebrating 32 years of liberation known as Kwibohora in Kinyarwanda. I want to thank our chief guest, the Director for Sub-Saharan Africa, Mr. Prashil from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Czech Ministry of Foreign Affairs, for your presence, and we are grateful that you found time in your busy schedule to be with us this afternoon. I would also like to thank you, Excellencies, ambassadors, and dear colleagues, members of the diplomatic corps, for honoring our invitation. I want to recognize members of the Rwandan community in the Czech Republic and thank them for having traveled from different parts of the Czech Republic to be with us. Excellencies, members of the diplomatic corps, fellow Rwandans, ladies and gentlemen, each year on the 4th of July, we celebrate the Liberation Anniversary, a historic day when the Rwanda Patriotic Front and the Rwanda Patriotic Army stopped the 94 genocide against the Tutsi, which had claimed the lives of over 1 million people in only 100 days. The RPF-RPA ended years of persecution by a tyrannical regime that had unleashed terror on its citizens. It had promoted division along ethnic lines and a leadership engineered to keep our people in a state of collective ignorance and keep the population in a cycle of perpetual poverty. The liberation of Rwanda was very costly and was never presented to the Rwandan people on a silver platter. Rwandans stood together and the members of the Rwanda Patriotic Army at the forefront, paying the ultimate sacrifice. Our country was liberated from one of the darkest chapters of its history. Today, as we always do at this time of the year, we are gathered to salute and pay homage to these men and women. On this day, the people of Rwanda firmly declared that our country would never be the same and it would belong to all citizens of the country. Their sacrifice is what has led to the liberty we all enjoy today. The RPF-RPA fought for a free and open Rwanda with opportunities for all. The price of freedom came at a heavy cost, one that has urged Rwandans to proclaim never again. This year we are reaffirming the need to pull together, soldier on and align strongly with the theme which says Rwanda's journey continues. We celebrate and are full of gratitude to our President, His Excellency Paul Kagame, for his visionary leadership that led to the defeat of forces of evil at a time when many in the international community had turned a blind eye on the genocide against the Tutsi as it unfolded before their eyes. The Liberation Day is a strong reminder that sacrifices made give us gave us a new release of life and the opportunity for a rebirth. We do not take and do not have, we therefore do not have the luxury of taking the current peace and security for granted. As our president has said, and I quote, "Without security, nothing holds together." The liberation led to the rebirth of Rwanda as a nation built on strong values of good governance, patriotism, unity, dignity, and accountability, which have come to define our journey from the destruction of 1994. Today, after 32 years, we celebrate that over 2 million Rwandans have been lifted out of poverty, food security has been stabilized, we have a community-based health insurance scheme which covers 90% of the population, gender equality has been ensured, and as you may be aware, my country leads in the global ranking of gender equality. Rwanda is also attracting millions of dollars in foreign direct investment and continues to receive a record number of tourists. Our tertiary education has tripled. Over 90% of our children attend primary school and is among the highest on the African continent. Our strategy of meetings, incentives, conferences, and exhibitions, commonly known to as the MICE strategy, has the objective to make Rwanda a destination for high-profile international meetings and conferences, which is a key component of our tourism and economic development. And today, Kigali has become a premier business and corporate travels hub. This is a core economic pillar designed to transform Rwanda from an agrarian economy into a high-value, knowledge-based services economy. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, liberation is not a cause for celebration for us alone. Rwanda is playing its role on the continent and beyond. Rwanda has contributed on the international stage, as you may have seen in the clip, by supporting peace and security in countries as far as South Sudan, Mali, the Central African Republic, Mozambique, and even deployed some years ago a police contingent to Haiti under a UN stabilization mission. Rwanda has deepened cooperation with our allies, and its achievements are thankfully due to strong bilateral and multilateral relations and strategic partnerships. As we celebrate our Liberation Day in Prague, I would like to take this opportunity to thank the Czech leadership, the government and people of Czechia for the strong bonds of friendship, unwavering support and partnership that is enabling the opening up of trade and investment and growth of people-to-people ties. As testimony to the benefits of this collaboration, Rwanda and Czechia are working closely together in the health sector, space technology, and opportunities are opening up in the ICT, information and communication technology sector, forensic science, among others. This is not to forget growing partnerships with the universities here in Prague, like St. Charles University, the Czech Technical University in Prague, University of South Bohemia in České Budovice, and the University of Ostrava. Today, Rwanda, therefore, continues to look for and work with allies in the global community who can imagine Africa's future and potential. An Africa which is united and where trade and investment will replace aid. For all this to happen, we are keenly aware that peace and security is a prerequisite. And that's why Rwanda has engaged and committed to the Washington Peace Agreement with the DRC, signed in the presence of Secretary Rubio, and which we believe has the potential to end a conflict which has been ongoing for many years. We believe it is an important step towards peace and stability in our region. We are also thankful to the government of Qatar, which played a critical role in the talks leading up to the signing in Washington. The process which began in Doha will play an important complementary role. As we celebrate today's liberation, we are mindful that immense challenges still lie ahead of us. However, what makes us resolute is that Africa has made tremendous strides. Rwanda has made tremendous strides over the last 32 years in the face of a multiplicity of challenges, including threats from terror groups, revisionists that still harbor a genocide agenda, and different natural disasters, to name a few. It is important this year, like many years before, to continue challenging our youth, who are the ones who will sustain this liberation journey. our President in this year's address has urged us to wholly reject all forms of discrimination and division, noting that as long as we are united, there is nothing we cannot accomplish as a nation. Let us continue this path together, men and women of all ages, but especially the young, in whose hands the future lies. It should be recalled that the RPF-RPA liberated Rwanda to find a lasting solution to the culmination of 3 decades of bad leadership. For the past 32 years, the Rwandan leadership has decided to rewrite this unfortunate history and restore dignity to Rwandans. We have embarked on the path of rebuilding a united nation worthy of our people. Looking at achievements accomplished, we are confident that we are on the right track of building a country and future we all desire. I want to thank the Rwandans in Chechnya to keep up the good work of joining hands with all of us and the people back home to contribute and sustain what has been achieved. We are aware that as we look ahead, we need to move faster to achieve more in terms of social and economic transformation. In the face of a world which has several global challenges and many may be despairing, we in Rwanda feel are a testimony that it is possible to defy the odds. Rwanda is ready to join with international partners in overcoming these challenges with faith and courage. Before I conclude my remarks, I would like to thank Orea Hotel management, our hosts, for their beautiful venue and services, and a special thanks to the Rwanda Embassy staff that put in tremendous effort to coordinate the entire event. Excellencies, ambassadors, and members of the diplomatic corps, fellow Rwandans, I sincerely thank you very much for taking time to join us this afternoon as we celebrate our liberation, which will be extra special because we have a cultural troupe which will give us a sample of our traditional dance and music. I wish you a very happy Liberation Day, and may God bless you all. Thank you very much.
Your Excellency, Ambassador Masudera, Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is a great honor and pleasure indeed to join you this afternoon in celebrating Rwanda's Liberation Day, Kwibohora. A day of profound significance that marks not only the end of an immense suffering, but also the beginning of a remarkable national journey defined by courage, unity, and resilience. So today is indeed not only a moment of remembrance, which was so well defined by His Excellency, but also a powerful symbol of hope and renewal. Kwibohora reminds us that even in the face of the darkest chapters of history, a nation can find the strength to rebuild, to reconcile, and to move forward with dignity and determination. On behalf of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Czech Republic, allow me to extend our sincere congratulations to the government and the people of Rwanda. Over the past 3 decades, Rwanda has become an inspiring example of how a nation can rebuild itself with a clear vision and an unwavering commitment to unity. The Czech Republic attaches a great importance to its partnership with Rwanda. Our bilateral relations have been steadily strengthening, supported by an active political dialogue, high-level meetings, and a growing practical cooperation across a number of sectors. They've already been mentioned, but let me reiterate that again, we are witnessing a tangible progress in areas such as scientific cooperation, innovation, space activities, education, ICT, and healthcare. These initiatives are not only bringing concrete benefits to our societies, but also create new opportunities for deeper engagement between our institutions and communities. With this in mind, I would like to express my sincere appreciation to you, Ambassador, and your excellent team for your active engagement and a continued support which have enabled our cooperation to move forward. But I also wish to acknowledge the valuable role played by expatriates, companies, and community organizations, i.e. Rwandans based in the Czech Republic and Czechs based in Rwanda, in giving practical substance to our bilateral relations. As we look ahead, let us continue to deepen our cooperation, explore new areas of collaboration, and strengthen the ties between our governments, our institutions, and most importantly, our people. It is through these connections that we build lasting partnerships. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to conclude by wishing Rwanda continued peace, prosperity, and success in the years to come. Happy Liberation Day. Thank you.
Peace. Cheers.